starting off Emerald.
Yeah, yep.
Okay, so we have Cusco's Palace.
And Enchanted.
Home of the Emperor. It's a location.
Yep.
Cost 3. It's inkable. It costs 3 to move your cards there, and it has 7 willpower. You gain 1 lore when you have characters there per character.
3 to move is a lot. That's the most we've seen.
3 to move is a lot.
I've only seen 1 and 2.
Whenever a character is challenged and banished while here, banish the challenging character.
So Cusco, Cheshire Cat.
I think this location is terrible.
It's inkable.
There's already things in green that do that without paying 3 to move them here.
And it doesn't even prevent them from being challenged, right? It's still...
Yeah, they have to be challenged and banished, not just banished.
Yeah, yeah.
So...
Yeah, I don't think this is great. I will say if you can cheat... This is something that's interesting, right? If you can cheat the movability. Because it is inkable, and there is stuff that can move here for free. It's still, even there, to your point, not great. You're gaining a lore.
Yeah, I mean, there's things in Emerald that already do that, though. So.
I agree. I think generally the burden for locations to be good is pretty high. Mm-hmm. Like, because you're investing a lot in a location. And remember, a location is always vulnerable. It can always be challenged.
Yeah.
So, like, imagine this. Like, you spend tempo playing a location. Your opponent plays a character. You spend more tempo playing a character. Their character... And you still have not even moved your character to the location.
Right, because that costs 3.
Right, because that costs 3 more. And then your character, or your opponent's character, challenges this location, and now it's like the 3 willpower, and then it's gone. And you just lost a card for nothing. Mm-hmm. This is... If I received this card and it had this, like, ink symbol, this sketchy, I would be concerned it wasn't real. That's really... strange. It's not as dark as an Enchanted. All the Amber Enchanteds are dark.
They are.
This one was not. So yeah, don't think it's great. And this is an uncommon, you said?
Right. It's an uncommon.
Uncommon Enchanted.
When you hit the X, you'll see it on the screen.
Interesting choice.
There it is.
Yeah, so it is. Interesting choice for an Enchanted. Alright, my go. Starlight Vial. 4 cost, non-inkable item. Better be strong. You play 2 less for the next action you play this turn. Okay. So, Auntie's Energy with Songs. And you may pay 2 ink to banish this item to draw 2 cards, then choose and discard a card.
Okay.
So this thing's pretty expensive. Do you really have to discard? I guess for the now discard mattering, your own discard matters can like fuel this. I don't know. I don't think this is... Like, what actions am I trying to play for less that aren't songs?
Right.
Be Prepared is a song, ironically. But I could see this. This, I feel like... this is maybe the most control-y card we've ever seen. Because it is very slow. Incentivize actions, which are presumably slow and, like, a control-y sort of thing to do.
Right.
And then it also gets you cards, like, with some additional card filtering. I mean, and I guess you can exert this immediately to, like, play Sudden Chill or that draw 2, discard 1, new Emerald.
Yeah. I'm not very high on this card, though.
I don't think it's good.
It's uninkable and it's slow.
It has a very outside chance, I think, of being good. Very outside.
Discard matters. Friar Tuck!
Yeah.
The Priest of Nottingham.
That's so good.
It's a 4-cost inkable 2/4 with 2 lore. Fine stat line. You thieving scoundrel!
Yep.
When you play this character, the player or players with the most cards in their hand chooses and discards a card. I like it. It's fine.
4's a lot.
4's a lot.
Wish this was 3. 3 would be really aggressive.
It's, when you play this...
Let's say it makes your... Let's say your deck is set up to guarantee that it's your opponent discarding. So it's a 2/4 with 2 lore for 4, which is like Nick Wild, right?
Right.
Nick Wild's playable, even with that stat line. Because Nick Wild basically draws you a card, right? It's getting back Popsicle. Mm-hmm. So this is very similar to Nick Wild, actually, right? Because it's also card advantage in that sense that your opponent has to discard.
Nick Wild's also an uncommon, so...
Yeah. And Nick Wild doesn't necessarily draw you a card because Popsicle's not necessarily in your discard, and this doesn't necessarily get you card advantage because your opponent might not have a card, or you might have more cards.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is great and limited.
Mm-hmm.
This is great and limited. But yeah,
I like the players with the most cards in their hand. That could be you.
Yeah, so you can make yourself discard. Well, that's probably not great.
Unless you want to discard.
Unless you want to discard. But then you have a lot of cards in your hand. Yeah, I don't know.
Get out of my church! Out!
Yeah. Get out of my church.
Get out! I can't do his voice.
Yeah, I can't either. I have to listen to it. I think I could probably do it. Oh, I get the Enchanted Ursula, Deceiver of All.
It's a 3-cost 3 inkable. I'm just kidding.
No, you're fine. You take it.
No, you got it. That's your turn.
3-cost inkable, 2/3 for 1 lore. What a deal. This is an excellent enchanted, by the way. I think this is the first enchanted where I've been like, whoa, this will look really cool. Whenever this character sings a song, you may play that song again from your discard for free, then put it on the bottom of your deck. So I'm pretty sure this is legendary. It might not be, actually. This might just be a super rare. This might just be a super rare.
We'll see soon.
This I think is just great.
I really like it.
This is an Ariel.
Notice she's not a singer, but she already costs 3, and there's a lot of 3-cost songs and 2-cost songs.
Yeah. I mean, this is obviously very similar to Ariel, right? Exact same stats, exact same cost, and is inkable. Ariel fetches you the songs. This gets you extra value out of the songs. They both basically draw you a card, except this one can keep drawing you a card, but your opponent's going to want to get rid of this immediately.
Right.
The difference is that Ariel guarantees to get you value, almost, right?
Yeah,
almost guarantees to get you value. This has to stay alive to sing a song.
Right.
And you have to have a song. Ariel gets you the songs. But I actually think you'd want to do this in Emerald Steel, probably, because that's where you get the songs in Steel. You get the Strength of a Raging Fire and the Storm Rages On, or whatever it's called, Let the Storm Rage.
Yeah.
I think this card is really cool, though. I think Shirley, like, Mother's knows best twice with this, bipping twice with this. Oh yeah, let me briefly talk about Bip. So the way that Lorcana works, I'm pretty sure so Bip says it's a 3-cost song. It's a song, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And it says when you play this, you can return a character to your hand to then play a character with the same ink or less from your hand. So the way this will go is you sing Bip, like return a genie, like the 6-cost genie that bounces something, return it to your hand. It plays again because that Bip has to completely resolve, so you bounce something. And then the Bip will trigger again. You can target the same genie. So you basically turn, as we've said before, Bip turns into Mother's Knows Best with Genie. But it turns into any, imagine this with like Lady Tremaine. Double bipping Lady Tremaine.
Yeah.
That's a house. That Lady Tremaine shifts too, right? So shift shenanigans with Bip.
And since it's a
Tinkerbell.
song, so you sing a song with her, that means you haven't spent.
Yeah, you spend no resources. Yeah.
Really good.
Yeah.
You could play a Tremaine, sing.
Yeah.
That's bounce.
Yeah.
Play.
Shift it.
Bounce. Play something else.
Yeah. Well, I mean that turn because the shift on Tremaine's 5, right? Mm-hmm. So let's say turn 5 you shift Tremaine. That's going to use your ink. So turn 5 you shift Tremaine, triggers, sing Bip, bounce, replay, bounce,
you sing with her.
Yeah, I'm saying, but you had to spend your ink to shift Tremaine that turn.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm just saying, like, on turn 5, you can triple Tremaine, basically. That's all I was saying. Yeah, or if you already had it in play on a later turn, then you also have a bunch of resources. Yeah, I think it's good.
Great card.
Yeah, cool build around stuff.
Oh, another fun card.
This is amazing.
This art on the Enchanted, I think, will look awesome. So this is Morph. He's a space goo. Oh, it's a space goo. They're a space goo. It's a story-born ally alien. First alien. 2-cost inkable 2/1 with 1 lore.
I'm pretty sure Stitch is an alien. I think all Stitches are aliens.
Is Stitch an alien?
I'm pretty sure all Stitches are aliens.
Maybe.
Would make sense, right?
Yeah.
I think Jumba Jukaba was also an alien.
Jumba Jukaba.
Yeah, I think there's aliens.
Jumba Jukaba, the worst card in the game. Alright, so Morph is a 2/1 with one lore.
Look, all of these ink. Sorry to interrupt you, but like, look, they're all like sketchy around the ink border.
Is it just?
Is that intentional? Is that intentional? Is that supposed to be? I wonder if that's a security feature. So this
for the enchanted.
Yeah, maybe this is an enchanted security feature. Like that can't be an accident, right? I wonder if it's random or if it's like because there has been concerns about enchanted counterfeit. Yeah, counterfeit enchanted cards. That would be an interesting way to do a random or very difficult to replicate imperfection.
Yeah.
In surrounding the ink cost. Sorry.
That is cool.
Weird thought.
So mimicry is what Morph does, and you can shift any character onto this. It says you may play any character with shift on this character as if it's that character.
Yeah, as if it's that character. I mean, morph. It morphs.
It's Ditto from Pokemon.
This is the card. Yeah, exactly. This is a card that I think a lot of people share this. We didn't know we needed this. You know, I would not have been like, oh, we need this in the game, but this is awesome. I've seen more people express excitement for this Enchanted than any other Enchanted.
Yeah.
I think just from that, I would say this is probably going to be the most valuable Enchanted in this set. And it's adorable, and the art's just going to be awesome. Yeah. I think this card's great. I think this goes in. This is the Tinkerbell I wanted.
It is. This is the 2-cost Tinkerbell.
And I want to play Tinkerbell in Steel Emerald as well, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, love it. Obvious applications are obvious. You got big shift stuff with not small, good shift stuff to go along with it. Mm-hmm. This takes its place. That being said, there are a lot of 2-cost things, like the Lady Tremaine, but that one's not inkable. Mm-hmm. But there are some 2-cost things that we're not excited to play to shift on because we don't think they're good enough.
The Queen of Hearts as well.
Like the Queen of Hearts. Yeah, it's like the 2-2... But like a 2-2 Rush for 2 inkable is just straight up better than this. Mm-hmm. Right? Now, it's not like there's a big queen like shifting that's like super exciting, but I guess my point is that this does not get there on its own. But for the application of like a big tink, it's pretty good. Yeah. All right. Oh, that's the Ursula. I already did.
It is legendary.
It is legendary. Fair. Should be, probably. Well, we've already done that one as well. All right, here I go. I will find a way. 1-cost inkable. This one also has ink imperfections. Do they all? This is an,
it might just be the
They all do. How have I never noticed that? Do Enchanteds? Is this my Steel Song deck?
No, those are just...
Yeah. I just never noticed that. They all have...
Yeah.
Imperfections intentionally around the ink.
Well, the more you know.
I've never seen cards so big in such a great resolution.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Back to this. I will find a way. 1-cost inkable song. Love it. Yeah. Love to see inkable songs. A chosen character of yours gets +2 attack this turn, and they may move to a location for free. This is the most compelling combination of words that has that. This is basically free. It moves something for free. It's also inkable. Very low cost to play. +2 attack is probably fine. This again just makes me think Steel Emerald. I do love Steel Emerald. I'm obsessed with having a really good Steel Emerald deck. We definitely think we're going to get there. I think Steel Emerald, I feel like you can build a bunch of different ways, right? You have like good bodyguard butts, you have big questing things, you have like discarding themes, you have AoE damage, you have like the AoE damage matters as in clearly Emerald and Steel. Mm-hmm. What have we been saying?
Bounce.
Steel? Yep. Have I been saying Steel this whole time? What have we been saying besides... Have we been saying Steel?
Emerald, Steel.
Have we been saying Silver? What have we been saying?
You said Steel.
I just saying Steel?
Yeah.
Steel feels weird now. I'm having a stroke. They may move to a location for free. What do you think? Do you think this is good? Is this worth a card?
That's the problem. Is I don't think it's bad. Mm-hmm. Also, the +2 for free and moving it.
Yeah,
it's fine.
We have to see the locations, right? We'll need to do a location poll to see because we've just seen.
My first thought was Beast.
Which one?
Emerald Beast. If there's a location that keeps him alive, he just moves to a location and just bop, bop, bop.
I imagine there's a location that says like if this character banishes another character, they can heal.
Right.
or something. He just machines the entire board and then quests. That'd be pretty
Banish.
Cool. Yeah. I would go almost anywhere to feel like I belong. Whew. That's profound. Some profound flavor text. I like this card. So I don't think this is worth a card, but from what we've seen between Rapunzel and just like Ariel, like you can draw a lot of cards.
Mm-hmm.
So and this is not going to get jammed in your hand. Like this is easy going out, and it's inkable. Yeah, I like it. I'm gonna try to make it work. I think it can make it work. And in limited, you want locations for it to work.
Wildcat. He's a mechanic. It's a 3-cost inkable 2/3 with 1 lore. He's evasive, and you exhaust him to banish an item.
Is this a staple?
This card's okay. You have to play it, and it come back to your turn to then banish an item. So they know you're going to banish the item.
So Benja is the obvious comparison, right?
Right.
Benja. We should have had just cards to show.
Benja's right there.
Yeah, we have Benja somewhere. But anyway, so Benja, 2 lore, 2/3 for 3 inkable. When it comes into play, you banish something, right? This has evasive.
Right.
This, I think, is pretty compelling. We'll have to see how good items are, but I
would just feel really scared about playing this into steel or...
See, here's the thing that's cool though, right? Because I played against Benja quite a bit because I have Sleepy's Flutes in my Steel Song deck, right? Mm-hmm. A lot of times my opponents played Benja because they just didn't have a better play. Or they inked it because I hadn't played Sleepy's Flute yet, right? Benja has to be relevant when it comes into play. This thing, you can just play and make your opponent feel bad about playing items.
Yeah.
And it's evasive.
Yeah.
Which means it's just kind of like a questing stick as well.
Yeah.
And they give it evasive so that it can do its thing and not just immediate. Like, they want it to be able to regularly banish stuff.
Okay. Well, yeah, I do think it's better than I originally thought then.
Yeah. I can take anything apart in under 5 minutes. I think this has a chance to be a staple. We'll see how good... I'm not as a Sleepy's Flute player. I'm not thrilled to see this, really, because it's inkable, so there's a very low threshold for what you need to play this. I think it's got a pretty good chance. Yeah, definitely playing this in limited.
Yeah.
Have we even seen just a 2/3/1 lore for 3 with evasive? That's like Peter Pan is the 3/2, but that's much better than a 2/3 specifically because of Minnie Mouse. Yeah. Right, that's why they play Peter, is just to get rid of Minnie.
Well, this is defensive evasive.
Yeah, right. I still would not play that. Still would not play that Peter Pan.
Strike a good match.
Yeah, this one's mine, right?
It's a 2-cost song.
So much, you can take it.
You did?
I talked so much on all of them, who knows which one's mine.
So, 2-cost inkable song. Strike a good match. Draw 2 cards, then choose and discard a card.
Love it. I
love it.
All of this.
Love it.
All of this.
Discard matters. Card draw.
Drawing
inkable
matters.
Song.
It's a
we
delight.
love it. And it's a common.
Yeah, it's a common.
I like it.
Please bring honor to us. Please bring honor to us all, Mulan. Yeah, I'm all about this card. It's not card advantage because it is neutral, right? Because you're spending a card, you're discarding a card, and you're only drawing 2. So it's a replacement effect, but it's basically free, and it's inkable. And discarding can matter, as we see maybe in this color, but definitely in steel, right?
Yeah.
So I'm all about this. I think this card is great. I think this is a card they could have printed at Rare, and it probably would have been like $1 or $2. It's cool. Love it. All right, I get to go. Oh no, I don't know what this does.
It's not very good.
It's not? Okay, well, it's a 5-cost non-inkable, so it better do something strong. 2/4 with 2 lore.
It's Prince John.
When it quests 2 Legenda, I really have no idea what it does. We'll
First
come back
comment
to
that
this
says when it does.
Yeah.
What do they get?
They get packs or starter decks.
Yeah.
From set 2 or maybe even set 3 if you comment something particularly sweet about set 3. Yeah, I really want to look up what this does now. Alright, I've got it, Mango.
Oh, you do?
Yep. So it is, and he's uncommon. So whenever this quests, each opponent with more lore than you loses 2 lore.
Oh, because he's a spoiled little baby stuck in his thumb.
He collects your taxes.
Yep.
Neat multiplayer card.
Yeah.
Huge
True.
tempo swing. Multiplayer.
Lorcana Commander.
Lorcana Commander.
It's a 5-cost non-inkable 2/4 is my problem.
Yeah, I'm not doing it much. I will say this basically reads as 4 lore, right? So like a 2/4.
Yeah, 4 lore
5
swing.
inkable 4 lore. So it's like a Cusco kind of like one more lore than Cusco for the lack of Cusco's ability.
When you play?
It's when it quests.
Okay.
So that's why it's like a 4 lore quest basically. Yeah, it's medium. It's definitely not meta, I don't think.
All right, Kit Cloud Kicker. That was kind of hard to say.
Yeah.
Tough guy.
This is a promo.
He's a he is a 3-cost inkable 2/2 with 1 lore. Sky Surfing reads, when you play this character, you may return chosen opposing character with 2 attack or less to their player's hand. So it's a bounce. It bounces Dalmatians.
Yeah.
Are
you interested in doing this though? I'm probably not.
It's 2 attack. There's some. It bounces the Dalmatian mother.
Oh, it's 2 attack,
yeah,
not 2
attack.
cost. Ooh,
that is better.
That is much better. Yeah. Okay.
I don't mind it.
Okay, good call.
It's
been fun, guys, but I gotta get going. Yahoo!
I mean, we're gonna win this card when we.
Oh yeah, easy.
Play.
So. Is it good?
Oh yeah, easy.
Oh yeah, easy. Limited, I'm for sure playing this. Is this?
Yeah.
Is this good?
I think this is fine. It is a 2/2, which hurts.
For 3, it is inkable. I don't think this is good. Think of the meta. A lot of things have ETBs you're not interested in bouncing. I guess it clears Simba, which can be like an unfortunate surprise for your opponent. You're definitely not interested. You're not interested in bouncing Accelerator Mickey, Rapunzel, Ariel, Simba. You are. What are other? You're not interested in bouncing Hiram, especially. You're not. I guess bouncing Belle. It bounces Belle. Belle's a 2/4, right?
It bounces some good cards.
It bounces a lot of stuff. I guess bouncing Ursula. Presumably playable Ursula.
The 2/8 Ursula.
And it is specifically opposing, so you can't like hijinks with your own self if you did have such hijinks to do.
Mm-hmm.
This would be interesting if you could bounce your own Ariel. Again, I always go back to Ariel. More card advantage. Yeah, maybe. It's neat. Mm-hmm. It makes me think. Definitely good and limited. So this in Magic is called a Mana War.
Yeah.
It's a 2/2 for 3 that bounces anything. If this bounced anything, yes.
Yeah, that would be
very broken, probably. Yeah. This, I know what this is. This is a 2-cost action that's a song, and you can banish an item.
Okay. It's fine.
Sideboard.
Yeah.
Sideboard that doesn't exist.
Stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not. I mean, it's not inkable. I might actually play this in because items are kind of. Yeah, I'm sorry, it is inkable. So like I might play this in limited, like if items are like pretty prevalent.
Yeah, like play a couple of them.
Yeah. Oh, this card has a lot of depth.
There's the Starkey Devious Pirate. There's another pirate.
Yep.
It's a 6/6 with 3 lore for inkable 7, similar to the Little John 6/6, but has 2 lore.
Yep.
Neither of them will be played. It costs 7.
Yeah, I'm still afraid of this in limited.
Yeah, it's a lot of lore and it's hard to get off the board, but you're not playing it in constructed.
Yeah, you're not playing this in constructed. Point him in the right direction, he'll do the rest. Fair. It's cool.
He's a big man.
I want all these vanilla tests. Just keep giving them. Let's fill out the game. Skippy, energetic rabbit. Yes, I love it.
This rabbit.
One of the best. Man, Robin Hood property is so awesome. Love that IP. All right, 2-cost inkable, 2/2, 1 lore ward. Sure, we probably seen this.
This card's already in the game. It's Cusco. Same color.
Oh yeah, you're right. It is.
Same
yeah,
color.
not playable,
Nope.
but adorable.
Sir
Aggravating asp. That is awesome.
Yeah. 2-cost inkable 3/1 with 1 lore that's evasive. It takes care of the big butt evasives.
Minnie Mouse.
It's fine.
I think this is pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, this is worse than Cruella, right? Because Cruella does the same thing, but doesn't get banished herself, right? She's a 3/2 that only has evasive during your turn.
Right.
So this is more aggressive Cruella. It's so weird to me that, like, evasive all the time is more aggressive than invasive only during your turn, which is a trade-off defensive sort of mechanic. But also Cruella's in Sapphire, so maybe Emerald wants this.
Yeah.
Probably not, though. Probably not.
Probably not.
Probably not. It gets shot easily. Cubby. So 4-cost inkable, 3/5 common. Whenever this character moves to a location, he gets +3 attack this turn. So 6/5 Maui stats for 4. He can quest though, but he obviously can't challenge the turn that he comes into play, and you have to pay in order to move him to a location. And even then, he's just getting to Maui. You can move him for free and give him even more attack with another card. But yeah,
with the 1-cost song.
I think this is fine and limited though. A 3/5 for 4,
yeah.
That's already okay, and it trades off hard. Zazu.
All right, Zazu, 1-cost inkable that is a 2/1 with 1 lore. That is not English.
It's a long character. Einem Ort ist erhalt. So obviously he gets +1 lore.
For what? Zazu is a 1-cost inkable that it's 2/1 with 1 lore, and the text says if he's at a location, it's 2 lore.
That's pretty good.
He's not a 1-cost anymore at that point. Usually.
That's right, but you presumably are getting some other upside from it, like maybe
he
even
sing
more
the 1-cost song.
Sure. Or even, he could get even more lore. Like again, remember the 1-cost the 1-cost 4 willpower Amber one. I think this is fine. I think this is interesting.
Yeah. It's a nice tempo that green didn't have.
Yeah. But also we've kind of seen one. Again, this is a very aggressive card.
Yeah.
Very, very aggressive card. You really have to be into locations. So this is very much the go wide. Like Pongo likes this card, right? Because you're drawing him for 2 and playing him for 1 and putting him at a location to gain some lore. So yeah, we're gonna see if aggro can get there with cards like Zazu. I think it has a chance. All right. Here I go. Robin's Bow, an uncommon item for 3 non-inkable. All these non-inkable things. Deals 1 damage to chosen damaged character or location. Don't love that text. Hasn't been good yet. Whenever a character of yours named Robin Hood quests, you may ready it.
That's
specifically quests. I wish it said Robin. Okay, if this said Robin Hood exerts. Because then it works with the 2-cost non-inkable 1/3 Robin that can shoot, which necessarily enables this, and then you're like, that would be cool and synergistic. So yeah, I'm pretty off this. Because it specifically has, like, even if the chosen character didn't have to be damaged or location, I still think it would just be medium. But the fact that it does have to be damaged.
Yeah, I agree. I can get on board with that.
Oh, Helga.
Helga Sinclair, a 2-cost inkable 2/1 with 1 lore. When this character is challenged and banished, banish the challenging character. It's fine.
Challenged. I don't think this is good.
I don't think she's even as good as Flynn Rider. She has 1 lore for some reason.
Yeah,
I don't like it.
Why is your opponent challenging this off the table unless they're completely okay with it? I don't think this is great. I think there's a bunch of better options that do what she's trying to do better. Oh, but now
she does shift onto here.
Yep, she does. That's true. And this is just a 3 shift on a 5 cost, non-inkable 4/4. Helga Sinclair, Floodborn. 2 lore.
Villain as well.
Whenever this character quests, you may deal 3 damage to chosen damaged character. That's a lot of damage to an already damaged character. Mm-hmm. So boy, that 1/3 Robin Hood that can shoot, looking better and better with these damaged characters mattering. What do you think?
I think she's pretty good.
Can shift onto Morph as well.
Yeah. 2 lore.
Which Morph is just worse than Helga Sinclair, though. That's the thing about Morph, is you would just always play the 2-drop with slide upside.
Yeah.
I mean, the 2 cost isn't like atrocious if your goal is specifically to shift this.
Right.
Shift 3 is excuse me. I don't think this is great, but this maybe can get there again and steal. I would think steal Emerald. Mm-hmm. Is what you're doing. It does sing 5 cost things.
I mean, if you do this later with Emerald Beast on the board, you're getting a lot of lore from Beast.
Yeah. So I think it's got a shot. I don't think it's all that powerful on its own because it's pretty conditional, but it's got a shot, and maybe you are shifting it.
All right, Airfoil. It's an item, 2 cost inkable item. Exert this. If you've played 2 or more actions this turn, draw a card.
No, you're not a fan?
Nope, not a fan.
Not a fan?
If you're playing 2 actions and you're not drawing a card from them or getting...
Then you're drawing another card.
Whatever.
I think this has a chance.
This is a 2 cost item.
Yeah.
And you have to play 2 or more actions before you can even exert it to draw a card.
That's true. You have to have a very high action count. I just want to see a deck that is a lot of actions. Like, imagine... So the reason I'm interested in this is we have that 1 cost thing that moves us to locations that we saw that's singable. We have Sudden Chill that's singable. We have the Draw 2 discard that's singable. We have Mother's Knows Best that's singable. We have Bip that's Is Mother's Knows Best singable? Is Mother's Knows Best and Bip?
Yeah, Mother's Knows Best is a song.
I didn't think they were both songs.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Mother's Knows Best is much better if it's drawing you a card. I just think this could be good in like a really control-y deck. Maybe.
Discover the Lost Sea Duck.
And again, it's inkable.
Good as new.
It's the Sea Duck. That's the name of the
airfoil.
The ship. No, the airfoil. The ship that I was wondering from Tailspin.
Oh, yeah, that's what this is from.
The Sea Duck.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't think this, but again, it's inkable too. Maybe items matter. Maybe you've got action items matter, and it's a really control-y deck. I just want to see that type of deck exists. So I like this card, but yeah, it's probably not good now, but maybe it gets there in the future. Dawn Carnage, Prince of Pirates.
Another pirate and a villain and a prince.
5 cost common evasive 4/4/2 lore. So a worse Ray, I think. A worse Ray that does not die to smash and dies less easily to Strength of a Raging Fire. But surely you just play Ray over this, right?
It depends. I mean, he's a villain prince pirate.
Yeah, that's a lot of energies too.
Because energies are starting to matter more.
That's true. So we know Ray is playable, and this is close. But the difference between 2 and 3 is pretty big.
Right.
Some would say 50%, others would say 33%.
Yep.
So maybe. Oh. I see you right.
You can read this one. You know what this card does, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
So it's a 0/6 for 4 inkable, 1 lore. While it's on a location, it gains +3 attack. Mm-hmm. And if it's on a location and you challenge and banish someone, you draw a card.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Am I right? Let's see. Da-da-da-da. Yeah, if it's on location. And no, whenever it challenges, it doesn't even have to banish.
Oh,
it just has to challenge and you draw.
Oh, yeah, that would be bad.
Which is it's not challenging anything if it's not a location anyway, because it doesn't have any attack if it doesn't. This is a pretty good location payoff.
Yeah. It's a really big butt.
A 3/6 for 4 is not like overly exciting, but it
draws you a card.
It's pretty good. Yeah, it draws you a card, but you have to get it on a location
for free.
Ideally, yeah. I don't know. I'm inclined to say no, it's not good. I'm inclined to say no, it's not good, but we really have to see in locations.
What are the tags on it? Ally?
It's an ally?
Yeah.
An ally to Scar. I guess we have to, because locations are going to be in this game in the future.
Right.
So, like, maybe if locations get really good, or some push location, this can get there. But right now, I don't think it's great. Oh, this is an interesting one. I want to hear your take on it.
Cursed Merfolk. 1 cost non-inkable character. It's a 0/1 with 2 lore. Whenever this character is challenged, each opponent chooses and discards a card. I like this card. You play it for 1, you quest for 2, they discard a card. Unless they just let you quest for 2.
Or they use an action.
Right.
Or ping it.
Right, but actions cost... Well, there are actions that do kill it that cost 1, but they're not played very often. So
yeah,
they're going to have to
tempo,
kill it.
Right?
Yeah, it's positive tempo, and you have a very high possibility of getting 2 lore and making them discard a card.
Mm-hmm. So I think this card is an indication of how much they're going to start pushing casual ping damage. Like in Discard Matters, we know already there's casual ping damage.
Right.
The Robin Hood does pinging. Hans from set 1 does pinging. Obviously, Grab Your Sword. Tinkerbell. Mm-hmm. But still, this is, again, very aggressive. Extremely aggressive. So we're really seeing that Amber Emerald go wide, very aggressive sort of deck.
Yeah, I agree.
Really lean into it. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I think it's probably good. I think it's probably good. Like surely this is just better than Lilo and Maleficent, right? The other 1 cost non-inkable 1/1s.
Yeah, because it makes them discard.
It makes them discard, but it doesn't do any damage when it gets taken out.
Right.
I think it's just got to be better than those. Which makes sense, right? Because this is very much like the green or the emerald version of those cards. So yeah, I think it's better than those. I don't know how much better. This could be meta defining. This could just be really hard to deal with in a specific deck. So we'll see. I kind of don't love that they made this. I don't love that they made something, because, like, I'll say that if this becomes meta defining, it pushes out anything that can't deal with this, right? If you do not have the ability to do 1 casual damage, best not play.
Right.
Fortunately, we are getting, like, Teeth and Ambitions deals with this, not efficiently.
Yeah,
to your point.
Not efficiently.
So I would say the most meta things that deal with this now are obviously Grab Your Sword, but that's probably too slow. Specifically Ariel into Grab Your Sword or Gaston to sing it. Tinkerbell is again pretty slow. That's a shift 4. I say the 2 cost Robin Hood. The 2 cost Robin Hood is very good against.
You can sing this on turn 2 with Cindy.
Yeah, right. Yeah, and I've actually sung that on turn 2 to great effect. Strength of a Raging Fire a few times. So yeah, I think it's pretty good. Hopefully it's not meta defining. Ooh, is this one me?
Yes.
Oh. Milo Thatch. It's a 7 cost non-inkable King of Atlantis for a 4/4 shift 4. When this character is banished, return all opposing characters to their player's hands. It's a 4/4 Floodborn with 3 lore.
He's a king.
So what's cool is that it's when he's banished.
Right.
Right? Not when he's challenged and banished. Yeah. Not when he's challenging. When he's banished in any way.
Like Mufasa.
In any way. Yep. Like Mufasa.
Yeah.
So the thing is, though, that if you let them do it, they can design their attacks so that that's minimal downside, if not upside, for them, even potentially, right? Like a redraw,
right,
or something.
Yeah, you're running this into them
So you have to shift it. Imagine this against Amethyst Ruby now. They're just like, like you quest with this, and they're like, Madam Fox, bounce something, get value out of it. Swing Madam Fox, hit it, bounce something else, get value out of it.
I don't think this card's great.
I don't think this card's good. I think it's probably overvalued right now, if I were to guess.
Shift 4.
This feels worse than the Emerald Archer Bell that was very overvalued. It's still pretty good though. The discard your whole hand. I think that's what is challenged. I think that's what that bell reads. Yeah. It's 5 non-inkable.
Yeah.
Also 3 lore, or 2 lore.
It's probably 2. I don't think it's 3.
2 lore. Anyway, and whenever it's challenged, your opponents discard their hand.
It's right here.
3 lore.
It's a 3/3.
And it's a shift 3.
Okay.
So similar. They're similar, right?
There's
the legendary emeralds in back-to-back sets, pretty similar. This one costs 2 lore, is slightly bigger, shifts also for 1 more, and does another all effect for your opponents. I'd rather make my opponents discard their hand than bounce all their stuff, probably.
Yeah.
Because they have more control over the bounce thing. Again, they can design combat such that either it does nothing or it does maybe even something they want. So I'm pretty off of this. That's the hot take. I can't imagine this being good, honestly.
I think there are some ways where it is good. Like if you're both going wide.
And you shift this and can immediately trade it off and just bounce their whole. There's also not hand limits in this game, so they can just hold everything in their hand.
Yeah.
As well. Yeah, I don't know. I don't. Well, we'll see. I'm going to bet very no.
Very no.
Very no.
Okay.
That's a hot take.
All right, and here's the 1 cost that it shifts onto.
There's the shifty.
2/2 regular 1 cost.
Sure. Like, okay, let's I don't know. At 4, is this even? So it quests 4.
Mm-hmm.
And then they trade it off. I think maybe the lens we need to look at this is just extremely aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
Because you have to shift it, basically. I think at 7, this is probably awful.
Yeah, right. If you shift this for 4 on, like, turn 4 or 5, and have a couple, like, a Flynn.
Yeah.
Or something, like, that's also questing for 2, you're like, hey, 5.
Yeah.
10.
And you don't let them... And it prevents your opponent from racing you, right?
Right.
Like, at best...
Like, they have to kill it with an action with nothing on the board. Well, they don't have to, but, like, that's...
Yeah.
If they can just immediately...
I think just trade off a character is ideal. But what about... Okay, here...
Mother's knows best.
Here's the check, though. Maui really eats this. Because, like, yeah, Maui's bounced, but what do you care? You just healed Maui.
Yeah. Right.
And Maui has Rush, so, like, this definitely fails the Maui check by a landslide.
Yeah, it does.
It landslide fails
Maui check.
But...
Oof. Yikes.
Yeah, that's a yikesies. I think at 7 it's horrendous, but maybe shifting 4. But yeah, I'm still gonna bet hard no because Maui check.
All right, Lyle Tiberius.
Tiberius. Like Kirk.
Rourke.
Get the joke.
Okay, Lyle Tiberius Rourke.
Mm-hmm.
The Cunning Mercenary, Storyborn Villain. It's a 3-cost non-inkable 2/4 with 1 lore. When you play this character, chosen opposing character gains Reckless during their turn. That's fun. Thank you for volunteering says, whenever one of your characters is banished, each opponent loses 1 lore.
This is a super rare.
I really like this card.
You like this card? Yeah. It's neat.
You can do really mean things with this card.
You know what this really goes in? Very, very well. What deck am I actually actively trying to build that I have, like, a stack of?
Your stall out and make you draw your whole deck.
What card? Show me a better card at stalling out. You don't get to quest.
Yeah.
Also, you're probably having to trade off what I just gave Reckless, and you're losing lore for it.
Yeah. Yikes. Yikes. You can't go negative lore, right?
Cannot go negative lore.
Okay. But either way, I like this card. I don't think it's like the best card, but I think it's really fun.
I think it's pretty good.
I think you can use it in multiple things, actually.
I'm a little concerned because I think this fun to play against versus good ratio is a little off. Because I think it's more good than it is fun to play against.
Yeah,
like, this is pretty annoying.
Just for instance, just at turn 3, say they have a Flynn Rider on the board, you just give Flynn Reckless, and it just eats Flynn.
That feels bad. Yeah.
Flynn just gets eaten.
Yeah.
You don't have to discard. They don't gain 2 lore.
Yeah.
There goes the $5 uncommon.
Well,
that
you
bought.
it doesn't. You have to have something else, right? Because this isn't exerted.
Right. On turn 3, surely you have something with 2 attack.
That you have exerted.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you played this and then exert things.
The reason I said that is because I was just thinking like hitting aerial with this is really good, but then I was like, you have to have something that can trade off aerial, also, which means something exerted on turn 2 that has 3 attack, which can happen, like Hiss, for instance. I know, but she actually can't trade off with Hiss.
Whenever one of your characters is banished, it's just ongoing.
Yeah. I'm
you just never quest with it.
Yeah,
it's an item.
That's true. Yeah, I'm for sure gonna try this in the stall out deck. I think it might be good otherwise as well.
It's a character that doesn't die to 3 damage, which is huge. You just sit there and don't quest with it.
I mean, this is John Silver's ability, right? Presumably this guy is like part of John Silver's crew, and that's like their thing. We have never seen this ability for this cheap, right? Like this sort of text for this cheap.
The bird. The bird gives things reckless.
Yeah, but he has to exhaust and is a 1/4.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I like it. I think it has a chance to be unfortunately good. If people are not going to love playing against it. Morph,
There's the regular morph.
Also sweet art, but the enchanted art is better. DeVille Manor. Oh, look! Is this a cycle? I actually hadn't seen this. This is interesting. So, which we already knew, that Emerald and Amber, we didn't intentionally do this, but they are generally the go-wide colors.
Right.
I think. Or they're the aggro colors, because they can both go wide, and then Emerald brings the big lore. So, you can play 8 of these things. 4 in Amber, 4 in Emerald. Yeah, we'll see. We talked about it already in Amber. Go watch the Amber video for more information about this sort of stat check. Vanilla test. Oh, that's not it. There's more. There's more. Oh, you get an interesting one.
River City.
Is this our first rare one?
No, maybe.
Pride Rock was rare.
Oh, yeah. So, no, it wasn't. It was in...
It was enchanted.
That
was another enchanted uncommon.
It was rare.
So
this is a 4-cost inkable location. You have to pay 2 to move characters here. 6 willpower. 2 lore. That's good. Surrounded by water. Characters gain ward and evasive while here. That's really good.
Yeah. Cannot be challenged, cannot be targeted.
Lore. You have to take out this location quickly.
Yeah, you are interested in this location going away. This game is so interesting. Defensive abilities makes aggressive card, because it allows you to, quest quickly.
This location having 2 lore makes it so scary.
So we haven't seen him, right? But it's the Milo. Isn't it a Milo? The most expensive pre-order card? The Ruby Legendary? It's a Milo, right? The one that plays 4 or less locations for free when it comes into play.
Oh, right.
We're skipping ahead a little bit, but there's a Ruby Legendary that you probably know about if you're into
next
Lorcana.
Video!
Yeah. In the Ruby review. But
right.
Yeah, so whenever you see something that costs 4, know that character can play this and move to this for free.
Mm-hmm.
Which gives him ward and evasive, which basically means impossible to interact with. Only be prepared is going to deal with it.
Right.
How good is this? And it's inkable. it's the way they choose the ink ability. A lot of times I'm like, oh, that's brilliant. And then sometimes I'm like, why is this one inkable? And some of the other ones not inkable. This one just seems better. It's only 2 to move it here as well. How good is this? Is this playable? I think in limited, this is a house. Is this playable if you're not specifically trying to cheat location stuff? I mean, you probably are regardless if you're playing locations.
Yeah.
I'm not sure you're playing locations without being able to cheat them. You can say in the go wide, though.
Yeah. I mean, I think this location's one of the better ones that we've seen.
Yeah, I think it's the best one we've seen.
And I think it's definitely playable.
You think it's definitely playable?
Yeah.
And go wide?
Yeah.
I think you specifically have to be going wide or cheating it. Yeah, this is an interesting one. I think it's...
All the more reason to play 4 1-cost songs.
I'm going to do Jetsam and Flotsam, which is wild, because the Magic set just came out that also has Jetsam and Flotsam as a split card in it. The Markovs at Karlov's Markov. 3, Inkable, 2/2, Riffraff, Jetsam. 2 lore, Ward. Your characters with Flotsam gain Ward. And this is a common. That seems fine. 2/2 Ward for 3. 2, I mean, so we've seen 2 3s for 3, right, that are playable. Obviously, this is much worse than a 2/3, but it's not, like, awful. I'm interested in limited. We'll see what Flotsam is. A 5/2 that gives +3 attack. Okay, so if you have both of them, they are both 5/2 wards.
Yeah. For
3. One has 2 lore, the other one has 1 lore. This thing trades off everything. And see, they're both interestingly tradable, or, like, playable for opposite reasons, right? The other one's, like, getting lore fast is cool. This trades off anything, pretty much.
Yeah. Just make sure, if you have both of them, you attack with the other one first, not this one.
Alice.
Bum, bum, bum.
That's one of the most aggressive stat lines for Alice supporting.
That is.
That's 5 attack on a 3 cost, and it's inkable. And maybe you even play both of them. Love my Alice decks.
Oh.
So we'll see. Maybe. Probably not, but maybe.
Alright. Ursula the Deceiver. 2 cost inkable 1/3 with 1 lore. You'll never even miss it. When you play this character, chosen opponent reveals their hand and discards a song of your choice.
How dare you?
I love this card.
No, the worst.
I love it.
Unplayable.
I love it.
No one would ever play this.
He's only saying that because he plays songs too much.
I do love songs.
Also, as a villain.
I do love songs.
There's a lot of villains in this set.
In all seriousness, though, I don't think this is really playable, like in Constructed. Because it's a 1/3 for 2. So you're playing a card that costs 1, typically, for the off chance that your opponent has a song in their hand. Like, there's a whole bunch of decks that don't play any songs.
True.
Like, why would you play this?
Another reason to love it.
Yeah.
I mean,
maybe. If songs are super prevalent. I like things like this, toolboxy sort of cards, because it's like a check on the meta. Like, if everyone is just, like, playing songs guaranteed.
Yeah.
This is inkable, very low hurdle to put in your deck, so...
Yeah.
It's a toolbox.
Similar to Benja.
What is this? I can't read this.
Yeah, you can.
There's no words there. Can't do that joke.
While this character is at a location, it gains ward. That's all it says.
Stitch.
It's 2 lore.
They don't have Covert Agent?
I'll read it.
Okay. Take it away.
It's a 5 cost inkable 3/3 with 2 lore, and it has evasive. And when it's at a location, it also has ward.
Exactly correct. How much lore does it have?
2.
You're correct. So, evasive ward 3/3 with 2 lore for 5 inkable. It's a rare. They are aliens.
Yep. Yeah, that was the first thing I saw, actually.
So, once again, a easy Ray comparison. So, straight up worse Ray, unless it's at a location.
Yep. I don't think it's good. It's a rare.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah.
Ooh. Hold on. You wish. You wish. Step to the king, you best not miss. Oh, I'm so proud of that. You're welcome. So yeah, I don't think this. I mean, in a very heavy location deck, but then this is pretty expensive. So yeah, I'm off.
Yeah,
This is the oversized card in the bundle. All right, here you go.
Peter Pan.
Peter Pan.
4-cost Inkable Peter Pan 3/3 for 1 lore. I came to listen to the stories. There's another once per turn.
Yep.
When this character moves to a location, gain lore equal to the location's lore.
Yeah, that's obvious once per turn, so that you can't just like move him to each location. You're like,
Yeah.
oh, I have 8 ink, so I gain 6 lore.
Yeah, okay.
That'd be kind of silly.
I think this character's okay. The Emerald location that we both like has 2 lore. So that would make this a 4-cost 3/3 with 3 lore, which is good, but you have to pay him to move to the location, usually.
This kind of feels like the Sapphire Ariel. The Sapphire Ariel that cares about items. Right, whenever you play an item.
Yeah.
Like she
the non-inkable 3/3.
No. She's a 3/3 for 4 inkable with 1 lore, and whenever you play an item, she readies.
She's not inkable.
She's not inkable?
No.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, so this... Well, I was already going to say this was better. But definitely better because this is inkable.
Yeah.
Because, like, you can think they're roughly the same kind of cost. Like, playing an item versus moving to a location. But this one's definitely repeatable. But I guess you actually need... It's only repeatable if you have 2 locations to move between them.
Right, because you can't move off location.
Yeah, you can't just decide to get out
Jump
of dodge. Yours is more flavorful. Maybe? Maybe. So it's like pay to gain one... Like, if you have... So the stock ones that we've seen in Amber and Emerald, right? They're the...
Right, yeah,
one
you
lore.
can easily
just
have
pay
2 of those.
one.
Yeah.
Pay 1, gain... And you can have 2 of these and just do it. So maybe this actually gets there as the high end of the really aggressive deck.
Yeah.
You have the go wide, location aggressive deck, and then this is like the high end that can get you there. Because again, you can do this immediately. Right? You can immediately gain lore. Cool. Don't hate it. Maybe it gets there. It's worth a try. Alright, I'm going to end us with Robin Hood, which is awesome. Also, this is, again, a really cool vanilla test. Vanilla tests in this game are different than Magic because there's 3 things to test. 4 things to test.
Yeah,
the cost, the inkability, the strength and willpower, and then also the lore. So is this good? Is this actually just straight up good? Maybe.
I think it is.
6 inkable, 4/5 with 4 lore.
I think it straight up
Does
is.
it just straight up get there? Fails the Maui check hard and intentionally, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, for sure.
For sure, intentionally. Hard fails Maui check. No, I mean, 5's a lot.
Yeah.
Aside from
barring Maui, it is a lot.
I mean, failing the Maui check is an important check. The only other things that are really getting there are like Strength of a Raging Fire. I guess 6 Herc also eats this pretty good, similarly to Maui, but worse than Maui, obviously. They both end up with one health, but or 1 remaining willpower. Some days it's nice to let the river do the running. Yeah, I mean, I love it because it's Robin Hood, and I'm gonna have a cold foil of it.
Loves this card. But it already has it's already gotten you 4 lore. Is the whole thing.
Yeah. Oh yeah, also, I see what you're saying.
So
Yeah,
like,
big. This also fails the big tink. Immediate shift in quest check.
Shoot.
Shoot, and then 4
shoot,
more.
Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
But it's 4 lore. 4 lore
That's
is
a lot.
a lot. That's
That's a
1/5 of the game.
What are the only other... We have not seen this... Is this only the second card? Is the 8-cost Mickey the only other one? So that's the real...
Flynn Rider.
Oh, you're
and,
right. But it
and
is
9-cost Goofy.
Good calls.
Those are...
So, I guess this is actually a really good comparison to that Mickey, right? Because that Mickey is a 5/5 evasive 4 lore for 8.
Yeah.
It's better than this, which shouldn't really be a surprise. But how much better? Is this close enough? Maybe not. Maybe getting this 2 turns.
I think this card's fine.
Maybe getting this 2 turns quicker does make it better.
Once it foil because of the flavor text and it's Robin Hood. That's literally me.
It's so good. I wish there was an enchanted to this.
I wouldn't be
just enchanted chilling. Yeah.
Letting the river do the running.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, we finished Emerald.
Woo!
Huzzah! 2 down and 2 hours.
An hour and 5 minutes on both of them.
Yeah. Hey, at least we're consistent. All right. Stop this and go on to the next one. What are we doing next? Hurry, pick.
We said we were doing steel next.
We're doing steel next. All right.